to be. We have the Queen of Rings coming through. Okay. The Star, and then we do have the Five of Cups coming in. We also have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Five of Cups is seeing the truth about something, maybe recovering or just very sad and disappointed about something here, trying to kind of move on from a situation. The Star is showing that there is a lot of blessings, a lot of peace and harmony coming in, okay? And I love that we have the Queen of Rings, because the Queen of Rings is very nurturing, loving energy. It is an energy that can be a hardworking parent, just a hard worker, very determined, but also at the same time very loving and caring. The King of Wands energy is coming in the reverse. You may be dealing with somebody who is, kind of dismissive, or someone who may be a bit, I don't really say this in my readings, but conceited for some. It's good to be confident, but I feel like this person just, I don't know, they're coming off kind of argumentative, kind of arrogant. That's what describes the King of Wands in the reverse, but the Ace of Cups energy is showing fulfillment. Okay, so we do have something coming in here, so let's see. Let's see what's going on. We do have the Queen of Swords in your energy. We have the High Priestess coming in this person's energy. The challenge, that's a tough one. I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with a fire sign. Oh, really? Okay, I see this person. Something happened in the past, and they're acting so cold about it. It's like they don't want to admit it. They're acting like they don't care. I don't know why they're acting like this. It's very terrible. I do know why, because they have the Knight in the challenge. In their mind, they're thinking about this Eight of Cups. What? This person you're dealing with, needs a wake-up call, okay? The Knight of Wands is a reckless energy. This is someone who can be player-like, not really caring about anything or what people think, but in a bad way. They're coming off as playing or very wishy-washy. Okay, someone who's not consistent, who's very flighty, flaky, doesn't follow through with anything, and they act like a child, just immature when they handle situations. You can see it all over this reading, and how they're coming up, and how they're thinking, and what they're doing next. And they're being silent, but also secretive. And you are genuinely a good person, so don't doubt yourself about that, okay, Libra? But I feel like this person's turning you more logical, more cold, and more cold when they do this to you. Because it hurts so much when this person's acting like, I don't even want to say the words. You guys could fill in the blanks. The Five of Cups is seeing the reality of someone, seeing that this person is not very nice. Okay, this is you seeing their intentions, seeing the deceit behind their actions, behind their words. This is very painful for you. And I feel like things have gone stagnant. And there's now a pissed off feeling, but then there's a very sad feeling. And there's no more putting in the effort. You're not putting in the effort with that Eight of Pentacles energy. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It hurts. And this person just went MIA. Oh, okay. But deep inside, they're hurting too with that Five of Pentacles. This person could be emotionally troubled. Okay. Financially troubled too for some. But there's worry. There's a worry that they lost you. But they are acting out They're acting out because they don't know how to take responsibility for their actions. So they want you to see this part of like, I don't care, whatever, it's not a big deal, very dismissive, just kind of walking away, I don't need you anyways type of energy. But behind the scenes, they're sad they lost you. This is just an act. They're lonely, they're isolated, they're lonely being this reckless energy. They hope that you will come back, even though it doesn't look like they're coming, like they're making any moves. But they make the mistake and then want you to come back to them. But they don't want you to see that they're this way, like how they truly feel. I'm also getting something odd. I feel like if this person's like scared to be vulnerable because they know they did something wrong, and maybe in their childhood when they did something wrong, they were scolded or did like wasn't really heard, like somebody didn't really care for them. I'm getting that too. Woof, I got that really big right now. And somebody didn't really care for them, so when they opened up or did something wrong, they would be dismissed with their feelings. You know, and I'm not saying this is an excuse for this person to behave like this with you, but that's the energy I'm getting. Because how they're acting is very childish, like an inner wound here. That's how they act. But deep inside, they're feeling this loss, but they also feel defensive if you try to talk to them in a way too, or try to conversate or something like that, because they don't want to be vulnerable. I feel like it's more of, I don't know, but they still have this hope, and they're losing faith, and they're sad about this. Yeah. See, they're appearing more stable than they really are. Something happened in the past. There could have been some deceit here with this King of Pentacles energy in the reverse. We do have the Ace of Wands, so this is all about new beginnings, passion, chemistry, in that way. But the King of Pentacles energy, when it's in the reverse, it's making poor decisions. Okay, they're out of balance. They're struggling to do the right thing. There's unhealthy attachments they have. Like, this is an energy who wants external validation. I don't need anybody, but they want the attention. They like the attention. Four of Cups, because they're really unhappy within. They're really unhappy inside. There's an energy of not feeling enough for this person. Yeah. And this may be some unfinished things about them too, as to why they behave this way. But there is something unresolved from this Tower. And the Tower can be very shocking, disruptive, finding out the truth, sudden change, right? Something that was very difficult to handle at the time. And I feel like there is some recovering right now, but it's still very hard. Interesting to see in their mind, they have the Queen of Pentacles, but you're upright. This is who you are, but they're looking at you as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So they're kind of looking at you like this is your fault. You know what I mean? And I already feel like you feel that, like, with this energy, but from what I'm seeing, they're coming up as the inconsistent person. I feel you genuinely cared about this person. Okay, you did. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't say, like, how you felt. I'm sure you told them how you felt, but, like, I feel like this person may have not want to admit what they've done or what they were doing. And the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, you know, it can be very stubborn. So they look at you as, like, just not budging, not wanting to talk to them, not wanting to do anything with them either. But I feel like they just know that this may be done for you. And that's why they're looking at this as an ending, and they're hoping and wishing that it's not. But it's like they are letting something end by not doing anything, just hiding behind the scenes, knowing that things are unresolved. This person is feeling abandoned. They're feeling blocked. they're feeling a lot of emotions. So even though they may not show you that, because it shows like they're not, it feels like they want to express how they feel, but they're holding back so much emotion and they can't think straight and they have cloudy judgment. I mean, this person here is just having a hard time to communicate what they feel. And they are feeling a very big block and fear of getting hurt or getting rejected or getting pushed away in some way. But something is maybe creating this is like a pattern of this person, like they lack in a lot of ways. They have maybe a lot of things that hold them back, like limited beliefs, or again, just hiding and crying behind the scenes and not letting anybody seeing their vulnerability. So they just kind of let this go. In the near future, there's a lot of hesitance of somebody coming towards you. Because somebody here is thinking of memories about you. Okay? Because there you are in their mind. And these memories are triggering and they are, a sense of wanting to reconnect. But there's a lot of hesitance here with the Fool here to reconnect within this connection. Okay? And I feel it's because, again, there's like fears that come with this. And then someone not really addressing, they're not really wanting to address and have that open and honest communication. Feels like they're avoiding change, they're avoiding to communicate, and so things aren't moving. In the outcome, I don't know. I just feel that you, Libra, in the outcome is protecting yourself from this person. You have a lot of abundance with that Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you have a family, but there's something about this Ten of Pentacles where you're protecting it. And you're still taking action and still doing what you have to do. Because this is an energy of you still have to keep going. But you're setting your boundaries. You're protecting yourself. You're also determined still to get things done in your life. Because this is about a home, family, something like long-term dedication, hard work for this abundance that's coming to you in the outcome. And it's like opportunities arriving for you with that Three of Pentacles, you see. I don't know. I need to get one more for this Fool. It feels like a breakup and you're moving forward. You're persevering. There may be some message or somebody wanting to reconnect. Okay, as we have the Judgment. The Judgment is making a very big decision. And this is, again, for the long term. And this helps that you align, or whatever is aligned on your path will go with you to the next step. So as for this person still feels that things are very unresolved. We do have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is still an energy of immaturity when communicating. There may be some messages or somebody coming through with the Page of Swords because this person's thirsty for more information. So there may be some communication coming in because they're feeling restless and curious about what you're doing. But I feel for you, there's still some hesitation and a need to protect yourself in the outcome due to their reckless energy. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. I do want to grab a card from the Dark Confessions and just grab one of these and then we'll get some clarity. And then we'll pull a spirit message for you. What do we have for Libra? You have become too difficult for me to handle, and that's a big turnoff. I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you. And that's exactly what happened. I feel like the waiting is just way too long. This person like took way too long to come back. And they act like it's a big turnoff, but what is difficult? They're coming off as the inconsistent one. You see? So that's where I'm saying the immaturity, they don't have self-awareness, which is so important to have that self-awareness, because that's what brings growth, and to acknowledge things that you need to fix within yourself. And this person just doesn't feel like they do that. And they knew they were losing you. They didn't want to lose you. They don't want to lose you, but they didn't do anything to fight for you. Instead, you may see them spying or sending maybe a message, but not something that is going to feel like, okay, that is a big enough message to bring something together. So I just feel like in the outcome, you're just protecting yourself. But it does look like there is a big call coming up in the near future, because somebody does say something. But is it enough? Is it enough to bring something back together? And that's what you would see, if this person does come in and communicate, because it feels small to me what I'm seeing. Let's get some clarity, Libra. This might even get you irritated. You may be dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio. Follow the heart instead of the mind. We have Sagittarius. Nourish the body with calmness. You need to be flexible. Spirit is saying take risks. Maybe dealing with the Leo. Avoidance is holding you back. Gemini energy. Be persistent. And regard your failures as means to straighten your character. There's something about taking action. So something about taking action on something. It doesn't have to be with this person. Maybe just something else. Taking action on something else, or however, whatever you feel that may be. Oh, we have another, Libra. Yeah, so you may be dealing with those signs. You don't have to be. But I'm still I'm seeing like movement. Be persistent. Don't procrastinate. Move quickly, like those messages. That could be something for someone there. And then let's go ahead and grab a spirit message for Libra. What do we have for Libra? These cards are very turquoise. Like you're getting a lot of turquoise and yellows and more of that, like, I don't know. We have to look at what is turquoise. You guys have to look that up. Or what colors may be like attracting you. Okay, let's see. Fulfillment. You are doing enough. Okay? You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you where you need to go. Fulfillment. 10 of Pentacles. Bam. You are doing enough here, Libra. Right now is the time to balance everything you dream of with the actions required to succeed. There we go. That's what it is. Being persistent. Action. Okay, I get it. Be gentle. You are doing better than you know. Love this. Okay, so Spirit wants you to take action, which is needed to succeed. Okay, and you are doing enough, Spirit is saying. Okay, so Libra, I'm going to go ahead and leave this.